Oh, hello everyone. Hi, welcome to Toy Reel Midweek Musings. I'm just gonna have to put the Switch away. It is Global Nintendo Switch 2 Day, so we thank everyone for being able to tear themselves away from Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza and come and join us. This is a very special episode of Midweek Musings because we have a man on the inside. Clinton is over in the USA, where it is currently about 3:30 in the morning, and in his absolute dedication to bringing you the best toy content around the world, he has been raiding toy stores over in the US, and he's been visiting some very well-known institutions over there, and he's going to come along and give us a bit of an insight on what it's like to go toy hunting in America in 2025. So we'll be with you shortly. Had to push the button for that one. Welcome to Midweek Musings, everyone. I'm Jason. I've been back for 3 weeks and I've already taken over the show. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in my co-conspirator in running the show tonight. That is going to be the lovely Mikey Siciliano, coming to us live from Sydney. How are you doing up there, mate? I hear you're cold.
It's cold. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you, Jason. It is cold. It has been cold for a while now, and you can really tell it's winter, even though we're only 3 days into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just increasing the amount of blankets I'm putting on my bed each night at this stage. Just generally freezing. Yeah, but
I added a blanket to my bed the other night, and without even stopping to smell it, my cat just went, "Yep, thanks," boink onto the blanket. So yeah. Look, without any further ado, because we are, every minute that we don't bring him in, we're wasting his time that he could be sleeping, because it is 3 a.m. We're going to bring in Clinton. Clinton is joining us from Los Angeles, from Burbank, California. You're part of the city that never sleeps, the city of angels, and all sorts of other euphemisms. Clinton, tell us about where you are and what you're doing.
I am in Los Angeles. Obviously, Spanish aspect of it when we pronounced Los Angeles. I'm here actually now for. Oh, by the way, hi guys, great to see you.
Yeah, hey,
hello, hi, friend.
Nice to see you. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's very early in the morning, so good to be on. Definitely commitment. I want to share some of the acquisitions, but it's a great place in general to go toy hunting. I'm actually here for work for 5 days. So we actually had 1 day in lieu, and what better place to go to than Frank & Sons? So yeah.
You've mentioned Frank & Sons to us over the last couple of weeks. I've learned what it is. I would hazard a guess that people who are watching Midweek Musings might not all know what Frank & Sons actually is. Do you want to give us a bit of a briefing and a rundown on what it is?
So, okay, so picture a pop culture bazaar that sort of never hits, right? Hello, people. Let me get that screen happening. Frank & Sons is sort of a collectible show with roughly, let me have a look here. Frank & Sons is a collectible show with roughly about 80,000 square foot indoor. Beg your pardon. It's like a 80,000 square foot indoor convention where there's like 350 plus vendors that stacks comics, toys, cards, and nostalgia, essentially wall to wall. So it opens up its big warehouse doors 3 times a week, turning every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday into a mini Comic Con that never quite sleeps or ends. You'll find it's just east of Los Angeles at 17835 Gale Avenue. the city of industry, California, postcode 91748. It's sort of like a pilgrimage spot for collectors hunting the rare, the retro, and the right now. So that's what it is.
It sounds amazing. So like,
Yeah.
I've just pulled up their website here. So I'm just gonna share my screen and show their website. See if there's some photographs on there. Not sure, but yeah. Did you pick up any of the merch they've got showing up on the screen there?
No, I didn't quite pick up any merch. I mean, that's just something that I probably wouldn't do. I'm actually there for the toys. I mean, speaking of merch, there are a lot of other places that you could pick up merch for. And just coincidentally, we went to this really cool deli called Philippe's, which was really awesome. And they sold a shit ton of merch as well. And they were sort of in the heartland of the Dodgers. So LA Dodgers actually finished playing game tonight. Oh, no, it was a Dodgers. There was a Dodgers baseball game. And we were planning to go, but hey, I couldn't do the Dodgers game as well as do tonight. So I came back to the hotel, had a bit of a sleep, and then got up for this thing.
Do you know, I feel like that is, and I feel like that's an equivalent level of commitment to me not playing my Switch 2 right now. I think yeah. Anyway, like it sounds like it's amazing. I probably should have actually thought to get some photographs from you to put up during the show before the show started, but
it's all right.
It's too bad. I suspect that we're gonna have a bit of stuff to talk about, judging by the little pile of things in the background behind you, which could be a Zoom background, but I suspect might be real acquisitions. And you told me that you've acquired 2 Grails from Frank and Son already this week.
Yeah, so I sort of went to Frank and Sons and also had a lot of stuff that was sent to a friend here in Burbank. And I was probably expecting to actually, perhaps maybe even get more while I was Frank and Sons, because seriously, you're stepping into a place where I think literally every conceivable toy are on the shelves. So whether it's modern toys or vintage toys, and you have all these vendors in like cubes with cages, and you just get all these things hung on there. So we literally had to go through there were 6 aisles, and I said it's a big warehouse space, and we had to. And Kurt was very meticulous, as you saw in the video that we dropped. When we did that last year, when we did that hunt here last year, you have to literally go through aisle by aisle because you will miss certain things. And there on many occasions where I walked to one particular vendor and spotted something that I thought that I wouldn't actually see, and then it's there. So I did get 2 Grail pieces. Would you like to see those?
Yeah,
I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the first one because I want you guys to step into the tree line and feel the heartbeat of the hunt. This is the Mezco. Mezco's
I was going to say,
112.
is it something to do with Predator?
Yeah, this is Mezco's 112 Collective Jungle Hunter Predator, which is basically an 8-inch hyper-articulated trophy of an 87 Cinema Classic. It's got it's Magnum-mounted bio helmets. It's got a shoulder cannon that actually lights up. It's got swappable mandibles for that trophy raw grin, in the movies. And it's got a real netted body suit, and bone trophies also slung like pretty much war medals. The wrist blades actually slide out. It's got a severed spine accessory that sort of drips a lot of attitude. And I think every joint, for me personally, is primed for stalking your shelf. So really this, for me, it's the movie monster distilled into pure 1/12 scale menace. It was first announced in December of 2020 with a sort of a planned 2021 window. I would say the hunt ran long, and then the figure ultimately shipped to collectors in January of 2023. So I'm very, like I said, I'm not going to unbox every figure tonight because there's just so much. So I'm just going to give you a quick introduction and then show you the box art and basically tell you essentially what are the acquisitions. So there you go. That is one Grail piece. I want to add that these are quite hard to get and probably won't sell in Australia now because Australia's got a law in regards to button batteries. So these have light up features as well. And I think it's wonderful that Mezco has done this particular figure really well. So again, the helmet actually lights up, as well as the laser cannons as well. So very cool. So I've been eyeing this for a while, and it's I actually, a guy there at one of the stores actually did me a deal because I was buying 2 Mezcos. There you go.
So
that's Grail piece number 1.
That does beg the question: what was the other Mezco that you bought?
Yep, the other Mezco. Okay, the other Mezco. Okay, so what I want you guys to think about is, before I show it to you, is let's just say crack the whip and cue John Williams, because Mezco. Here's Mezco's 112 Collective, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, strides in 112 scale. He's got the fedora and the faux leather jacket in real fabric. He's got 4 swappable head sculpts, curled and action whips, torch, revolver, satchel. He's got that gleaming golden idol perch on him, sort of a moss flecked pedestal as well. This was first revealed for pre-order in June 2023. The figure finally broke cover and began shipping to collectors in late November, December 2024. And I would have to say, this is now turning shelves worldwide, I think, into miniature South American temples. As you can see back here, lots of accessories, a lot of accessories.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to enjoy going back to Sydney and slowly opening this guy and maybe having a port or sherry with it. So, yeah. Very cool.
Nice. It looks sick.
Yeah. So yeah, this is so the 2 Grail pieces really for me is Indiana Jones and Predator.
So we can finally have Indiana Jones versus the Predator.
Well, I was going to say I've got a question now. What happens if can we get an Indiana Jones Predator crossover?
Yeah.
I could possibly do one. I think that would be very interesting, actually.
I think it'd be sick,
maybe doing like a toy photo or something. So maybe do like a Christmas special, so to speak.
Nothing says Christmas like the Predator killing Indiana Jones. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, or Indiana Jones just getting trying to escape from this bloodhound of a hunter predator alien dude, so to speak.
That's sick. Awesome.
Yeah.
They're definitely very cool. I gotta ask. So, what do we got? What do we got hanging out in the back there? I can see a Masters of the Universe logo.
Yeah.
What else? What else have you been picking up while we're overseas? Like it's toy haul time. It's midweek musings. It's time to show off.
Definitely toy haul.
A bit of a subtle flex.
Definitely toy haul. I will get to those, but I want to because we were sort of making reference to Christmas, right? And I'm going to allude to this guy here, which is interesting because, as you know, on our channel, occasionally what we do is we'll take themed shots and put them on our cover picture on our Facebook page. So I've done quite a few Christmas photos, if you recall, both of you guys recall. So the next toy,
I recall us walking around for hours on end trying to find props for the Christmas photos.
Yeah, absolutely. Props definitely. And I think there's been a couple that I've done since. So I figured this year would be something special, and I wanted to pick this particular guy up. And it's by a company called Fresh Monkey Fiction, the indie outfit behind cult lines like Eagle Force Operation, Monster Force, partners with Big Bad Toy Store on its crowd-funded Naughty or Nice 112 scale holiday series. So this is their BBTS exclusive checking it that finally slid down collectors' chimneys in early February of 2024, shipping as part of the delayed 2022 wave. At 6.5 inches tall, he's a bruiser in red, certainly fully articulated. He's got baseball bats in both hands, brass knuckle fist, milk and cookies for energy, and a scroll of names to the side. Who's getting coal? So the holiday cheer here never looks so ready to freaking rumble. And this is a fantastic figure. Look at him. Look at his face.
He angry.
He does not look happy, and it looks like
Yeah.
all of his rage is going to be directed at that poor little teddy bear.
Oh no,
I
the teddy
know.
bear makes him
I know.
feel better. The teddy bear calms him. It's like Natasha to the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you can see, there's so many different themes and different figures on the box, on the back of the box, so you can get all these different versions as well.
Oh, look at the barbarian Santa.
Hey,
That's sick.
Hey, Santa Claus, sun's getting real low.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
I figured someone would really like this. It would be Jason Grubb, Jason the Bruce. This is awesome. So I can guarantee you this will be in the 2025 Christmas special cover.
Yeah, very nice.
So yeah, I'm actually quite psyched about him. So yeah, there you go.
So they have 9 different variations.
They do, correct.
Yeah, wow.
They have quite a few variations as well. So yeah,
is it like Into the Santaverse?
It's Into the Santaverse, but like I said again, it's a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. They make all these really quirky little characters. It's got classic Santa. Checking it twice. That's the one I bought because I really like his angry look in his face. And then there is the Great Northern Santa, Gremlin King, Krampus, Barbarian Santa, Father Frost, Mall Santa, and Father Christmas.
I reckon
cool is
Krampus
that?
would be pretty cool.
BBTS.
Does Krampus have a heart in his mouth or something?
No, but he's got a big ass tongue.
Oh, it's a tongue. I thought he had the heart in his mouth. I'm just like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so that one is definitely going to grace the photos for Christmas. So yeah,
very nice, very nice.
Yeah, we got quite a few comments.
We have. I've been flashing them up as we've been going.
Okay.
So the next question is what's left to visit? You got any plans to visit more stores? I think you've placed. Yeah, let me untwist my tongue. So otherwise I'll look like Krampus. You visited Blast from the Past last year, and we posted up a video with a walkthrough of that. But you're yet to visit there on this trip, so it'll be very interesting to see what comes up there. So that's a known sort of mecca for Transformers fans.
Yeah, I would say that he has a cabinet with Transformers, not a lot because it's been cleaned out. But generally, he has a bit of a mixture of, again, like I said, both modern and vintage. But if you watch that video, I will go back and see him. We actually did drive past. I did drop in to see if I could see Larry. And the staff were very welcoming and very, very hospitable. They saw the video. They were like, "Hey, it's you, and you come all the way from Oz." And hey, it's great. And so it was Oz. So anyway, Larry's. I'm going to go back and definitely see Larry and say hi to him because he's just a wonderful, wonderful guy. So and saying that too, when I go into some of these toy places, I will definitely ping you guys and say, hey, is there anything specific that you want? Because today, when I was at Frank & Sons, I did get in touch with Chris because he wanted a set of cards. So I went to about 4 vendors to see if I could find his pack of cards, and unfortunately, they'd sold out. So yeah.
Frank & Sons sounds like it must be an amazing place to go. The picture that you've painted of it almost sounds as if someone's taken over a storage facility and just sort of like knocked out the doors, so everyone's got their own sort of selling space in their own storage cage, and they can just close up their cage or something.
It is literally a storage cage. Yeah. Cool. Okay, shall I just quickly show you one more thing? Actually, there's quite a few things, but I'm going to go through them as quickly as I can.
You can show us whatever you like. Like you're coming to us live from the USA. Have at it. Yeah. It's all good.
This has to be one of the best episodes because such a massive variety and selection of different types of properties, and as far as toys concerned, like I said, we've just done Predator, we've done Indiana Jones, we've done quirky Santa. There's a few in the back, but this one in particular, I'm super excited about because I'm going to start by saying maybe giving you a bit of a clue. Howl with me. Howling. I'm into werewolves.
Is it another werewolf?
This is NECA's ultimate
two
Jack
episodes,
Goodman.
2 werewolves in a row.
This is NECA's ultimate Jack Goodman and David Kessler 2-pack drifts in the mist off the moors. They're like 7-inch terrors. swappable nightmare heads that you can see here as well. Jack's aggressive, sort of progressive rot, if you recall the movie, and a collector-friendly window box that finally hit shelves in October 2024 after months of full moon hype. Now, picture that same box, this box now, inked, okay, by director John Landis and makeup maestro Rick Baker, the mind behind the film's lens and the hands that won horror's first makeup Oscar. Do you know what I'm talking about? Their dual signatures really fuse the storytelling in this box here. Practical effects, history go into one package, a pairing so scarce, I think, really scarce, beg your pardon, it usually turns up only in very high-end memorabilia. So it's not just a figure set anymore, personally. It's a miniature shrine to the cult classics 2 creative alpha wolves. So what am I talking about? Well, guys, check this out. It's been signed.
No.
Oh,
It's-
what?
That's freaking awesome.
It's been signed by both John Landis and Rick Baker.
Oh, that's so cool. That's like a piece
Now-
of history.
Exactly. And so this was in limited run. So apparently Rick Baker lives in Burbank, where I am. Like, he's down the
Oh, there
road.
you
So he goes into this one shop. I think he's got friends, and I think Kurt managed to find this, and they were offering signed box sets of these by both of them. So John Landis and Rick Baker ended up being in the store, and they had a couple of these, and they got them to sign it. Very, very reasonable, not at all exorbitant. And I managed to get Kurt to literally drive, and he lives in Burbank. So he went there, picked this up like maybe about 6 to 7 months ago. And what a freaking score. This stuff, you don't sell this stuff. This stuff, you with 2 signatures like that, you don't even have to pay like $200 to go into Comic-Con or Supernova and stand in line for like 3 or 4 hours to get them to sign. These have been signed, and I'm so excited. I actually have the same box set at home, which I'm going to open up, but this one I had to get. I basically got 2 sets, but this one is going to stay in this forever. So
That's
yeah,
so cool.
Wait till you got another set to open as well.
I have another set to open as well.
Oh my
Correct.
goodness.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's so many. But like I said, look at this. Rick Baker, John Landis.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing.
2
Yeah,
alpha
there's-
wolves.
The head sculpts, and they're also fantastic as well. It looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're halfway through, but there's still
Mhm.
plenty. Okay, so I'm this stuff here I got, and I think our last several episodes we did, and I was saying I'm really, really smitten by the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, and I think I alluded to the fact that there were several box sets waiting for me. So I'm unfortunately not going to take them out of the shipping box, but you can see here the first set that I did get is a very, very large box.
That is bigger than I thought it would be for a micro galaxy squadron.
It is, and this is the TIE fighter set, this TIE fighter squadron of 5
yes.
TIE fighters. So that's one box, and then the bigger box, this one, which is even larger, is the Red Squadron. I mean, I had to bring an additional suitcase. So that is
Just one?
the 2. No, well, I'm pretty good when it comes to packing stuff, because I even brought like some Ziploc bags, so in case I need to take a lot of these guys out of the box. And speaking of taking figures out of the box, you can see not 1, 2, 3, but 4 Masters of the Universe, New Eternia Skelcons. These guys are cool.
Way.
Oh, is that the newer packaging for Masterverse stuff there? I haven't seen that before in stores. Yeah, right.
So the only time you could literally buy Skelcons were when you were collecting all the Masters of the Universe Motu classics. And obviously now, I mean, looking at these sculpts, I am in love with these things. So what better way to get your minions with Skeletor and have them flank him side by side? So I'm also quite thrilled about getting this, because I do have the original Motu Classic Skelcons, and they actually will kind of fit together if you put them in a bit of a formation or squad. and yeah, finally good. So like I said, pick them up super cheap, and everything here is particularly for this line. And I tell you why, because I have some inside friends at Mattel, and you'll be happy to know that there. And I've been actually, and I've many years ago actually went to Mattel and got into the studios and spoke to them, and the office is actually at El Segundo, which is very close to the LAX airport. And yeah, so these were a big score, and like I said, these were again acquired and held on and then sent to me. So I'm very cool, very happy about this. I mean, I could have gone a bit more spastic and got more, but true to my word and my wife's wishes, no more collecting too many things and hoarding stuff with lots of figures, because yeah, she's sick of it. She's sick of it.
It is important to know where the line is. So the line, just for reference, everyone, is 4 Skelcons.
Yeah, I was about to say I could have got
more,
50. I could have got 50, but I decided with 4.
I actually literally could have got a crap ton more, but the thing is, how am I going to bring these things back, right? So
this is the question that most people in the chat are asking.
Yeah,
they're asking if you've got your own plane coming back. Yeah.
What Nathan was going is Clinton's going to need a shipping container when he's done. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see it. Man, Craig's gone. Yep. All right. So, I think 4 is a good number.
Yeah. I mean, like four does seem to be a good number. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I'll try. I'll see, because I missed that window. If you told me earlier, and had I told you, probably, but I'll give it my best shot, Craig. Okay.
Do you have enough time left in your stay in Burbank to go back to Frankenstein on Saturday? Is it going to be a different experience if you go on Saturday versus like the midweek market on Wednesday?
So we did a video today very similar to the one that we did when we were there last. And for Wednesday, you would think. So here's the interesting part: Frankenstein's opens at 3 p.m. and they go till 9, right? Mm-hmm. When Kurt and I arrived this afternoon after we had lunch, there was literally no parking. There was like no parking at all.
Yeah, right.
It was chock-a-block, and the amount of people. And I think what's happening is because of all the trade shows happening now in LA, and also I think Monster Lapuza was here as well. They had a lot of people, so they said that whenever they're like conventions or shows of people visiting LA, everyone in the pop culture community will literally go to Frankenstein's. So it was a tough time just trying to find a park. So we literally we had to like park a quarter mile or something away from the actual warehouse, and then walked, and that's how we found a park.
Yeah, wow.
I like how you can say a quarter mile because you're in America. I like it.
Well,
yeah, true. Because Americans will use anything except the metric system to measure distance.
I know, because Americans are wrong. Anyway,
how many football stadiums is that, Clinton?
I have no idea.
How many cattle hoofs?
You got me stumped there now. Yeah, so we are almost done, and obviously with the ScaleCon, I needed to get this guy. I've been waiting for this guy for a while because I couldn't get him locally. And
that's one.
That's one. That's one figure. Well, this is one figure. This is the Masters of the Universe Skeletor Havoc Throne action figure. So the figure itself with the throne, I gotta say, guys, we are getting raped in Australia when it comes to figures and toys. I can't believe how incredibly cheap they are here at retail. So once again, I am, like I said, I'm not going to take it out. People will probably look it up. You can probably look it up if you want to.
They're very cheap at retail. You've got to get in there before the tariffs hit.
Well, some things are applied. Some tariffs are applied now, but a lot of the old stock that has been shipped via Mattel isn't. So the ScaleCons are going to flank these guys. Yep. That Skeletor with the throne is an exceptional toy. Yep, the throne is excellent. Absolutely. So this with
I think we all love a good throne for our toys, don't we? Like we've got Megatron, on thrones. We've got Deathsaurus on thrones. We've got Skeletor on those. Like, there's nothing that says bad guy more than putting them on a throne, I think.
A nice toilet.
Absolutely. Nice toilet. Absolutely. Okay, cool. We're almost done. And I'm going to quickly pull. So while I was here as well, like I said, friends of mine live in Burbank and friends of mine that work at Mattel. One of the things that I've always been privileged of being able to do is go to San Diego Comic-Con on a professional pass. So I have friends that work there and they usually get me one. It's been a while since I've been back, and I've been endeavoring to kind of go back every year, but unfortunately sometimes I'm just too busy, particularly with work. And Kurt's like kind of like my fixer guy over here, and he toy hunts with me. You'll probably see Kurt in that last Frank and Sons video. And when Kurt was last at San Diego Comic-Con last year, he picked up 2 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for me. And the first one is the Higher Toys Exquisite Super Judge Dredd Limited Edition Cursed Earth Judge Dredd. And this is a very nice San Diego Comic-Con Higher Toys exclusive. So I'm looking forward to getting it. It comes with the Cape Soft Goods. He's in his comic colors, and it's fantastic. But I love box art. Look at all that stuff. It looks sensational.
That's awesome.
Right? So that's Higher Toys. And then the second PX exclusive, or the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, got me was I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. So what better thing than to get the look at the Gates of Durin?
Oh, wow.
And also Gimli. So this is a Diamond Select. This is a Diamond Select exclusive. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Let's open up. There we go. Look, we can open it up.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great display.
I know, right?
That's fantastic. I'm really glad that you got a good figure of Hagrid.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. The thing is, right? I'm looking in the background. I see the face. I'm just like, who the hell is that on the back?
It's Gimli.
Who the hell is that bearded man there? And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I was trying to pick it. I'm like, oh, it's Gimli.
Yeah.
So very nice. It says here on the box as well. It does say PX exclusive. Very cool. And the Gimli does look really cool. It does. So
what is PX?
PX exclusive. It's a good question. Is I think a comic reference in regards to Diamond Select. So they've always used PX exclusives, and maybe so in X will probably mean exclusive, but the P I don't know. So we have to find out.
I just looked it up. P is previews.
Previews exclusive.
Previews
You're correct.
exclusive. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And I'll tell you why. Because when we get our professional passes, we actually get to go to previews night. So then, hence previews exclusive. Yeah, pretty extra. Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dave. Fuck you. Pretty extra. What are you doing? You should be in bed. Come on, man.
You should be in bed.
I know I should be in bed, but hey, like I said, I got my rest. I slept. I got up to do this. So there you go.
We appreciate it.
No worries. So, and the last thing on the list is none other than now. Okay, I must preface this by saying that I'm going to get you guys to guess what's the last thing that I sort of picked up. If you guys recall, Hasbro did, or they released something last year, particularly with all their crowdfunding stuff, and there was a particular set that they're bringing out soon for HasLab that is going to be huge.
Is it the Ghost, or did that come out already?
No, it's often frequent. It's frequent by a lot of species of
sounds like a cantina of some kind.
Right. So with the cantina coming out, Mos Eisley Cantina, that was a big, massive HasLab thing that was announced. You had like 2 tiers. You had the basic set, and then you had the deluxe set. So obviously, guess what? I went for the deluxe, got Kurt to get one, and when it's being released, it's going to be shipped here to Burbank. However, you must populate your cantina with different things, right? So slowly on the list, I've been acquiring things like 3 3/4-inch figures in the Legacy collection, from the Legacy collection, from the Vintage collection, from the Power of the Force collection. And when you meet your tiers, particularly in the Cantina set, they also include several figures as well. But I bought some of the older 5 POA figures for this particular set, but I wanted the vintage collection line. And lo and behold,
Sweet.
Yeah.
we got Figurine Dan and the modal nodes. So there you go.
That's sick.
Finally, so happy to get the full set of 7 members. And again, 3 3/4 inch. This will go nicely in the Cantina set. So
They will
there you
basically
go.
live in the Cantina.
Absolutely. And like I said, you can get many characters. You got to look up. There's a whole list. I think there's also a checklist now that you can get when it comes to all the Cantinas, all the Cantina aliens, as well as all the humans, as well as all the antagonists and protagonists. Mos Eisley Cantina. So there you go, lads. Lots of things quickly. I want to go and show you, for those people that were not here before, from the start, quickly, what has been purchased. So we got the, just go back quickly again. My 2 Grail pieces.
We're going to revisit Clinton's credit card bill.
To recap.
from the top.
So from the top, to recap, Predator, Mezco 112 scale collective, Jungle Hunter, Mezco 112 scale, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones. Incredible, incredible, incredible. We had obviously my favorite, which was the John Landis and Rick Baker signed deluxe box set. American Werewolf in London. That was fantastic. Then this one was awesome. Fresh Monkey Fiction. I love this guy. Look at it. Look at his head. Look at his head. Look at his head. He's like cranky. He's cranky Santa.
Yeah, he's not bad Santa. He's mad Santa.
Yeah, and then of course I have the 2 big massive boxes of Galaxy Squadron, and then there's the last ones that I spoke about. So there you go. Yeah, pretty good haul if you ask me.
It's fantastic. Awesome. You've only been there for 2 days as well. Like you have the it's like playing a poker machine. Like you've got the chance to double your haul in the next 2 days as well. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you got to be mindful, guys. Like I'm not going to go for a 3rd suitcase. So you say this now. You say this now. Like you don't have to go for a 3rd suitcase. You can always use a duffel bag. You know, it didn't violate the promise. You know. True that. But given the fact that I will have to maybe potentially pick up some things for you guys, I'm not going to go crazy. We'll see. Okay. See. Yeah. We'll see. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So we know you're heading off to Blast from the Past on one of the days coming up. We will. For people who might not be familiar with what Blast of the Past is and what it means to some Transformers collectors, so it is a comic store in Burbank where Derek Wyatt, who was the sadly departed creator of Transformers Animated, he was very fond of that store, and so a lot of his Transformers and a lot of his paraphernalia around the creation of Transformers Animated ended up being donated to Blast from the Past, and they've had some very, very spectacular finds around the history of the cartoon and the show. And Derek White himself is a wonderful person. So that really the donation of that stuff really sort of brought Blast from the Past sort of a sort of a notoriety in the Transformers fandom. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what you might find there. And as you said, it's all been cleared out. It has been a few years. I suspect everything's gone, but you never know. There might be something interesting there still. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I'm keen to see what's there because he was there. Derek was a awesome, person in our community, and like I think a lot of people can say that Transformers Animated is one of their favorite, if not one of the best, even written and just best Transformers fiction that we've had in years. So absolutely, he's very much missed because he was also just a genuinely nice and good human being. So there's very few of those out there. So it's unfortunate that he's passed. Yeah.
On that note, you guys can segue into Transformers, and I'm going to say good night and goodbye.
Good night.
Clinton's gonna go to bed before the Transformers section sends him to sleep.
No. I'm just, like I said, I'll do my whole, show everyone what the acquisitions were, and then obviously try and make up for some time as well. Like I said, it slipped. Honestly, I feel like I'm getting my second win, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, and yeah, Ryan, the goat made Ben 10 Omniverse. There you go. Anyway, I'll let you guys do that and have a chat. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you, Jonathan. I will travel safe, and it's, like I said, it's always nice to have. I mean, don't you just love technology? I'm sitting here in my hotel room. I've got all these boxes showing you guys what's been really cool. It's nice to share acquisitions and also get excited about them. But most importantly, it's really nice to share the screen with some of your good friends back in Australia. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I trust you will probably go on for another hour. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not actually sure that we will go on for another hour. I think we've done 3 weeks of these on the hop. I think it might be time for a nice, concise little episode. But we'll talk about what's the go in the Transformers fandom after you're gone, behind your back, and we'll let you know when we're done, and you can post the episode.
I want to say something quickly before. I don't want people to watch this episode back, because again, like I said, such a variety of pickups, right? So if someone can tell me what their favorite toy from my pickups were tonight, I'm going to give someone this little bitty pop of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got two to give away. So we got one to give away for this episode and another one to give away for the next episode. But if you can leave in the comments and tell me, even post show, what were all the pickups I got from Frank and Sons and picked up in LA, what probably fancied you, or probably you probably like the best in terms of the particular licenses. So
sounds great.
I'm gonna give someone a lucky winner one of those things. They're pretty cool.
Cool. Thank you. Awesome.
All right, guys.
Remind people of that at the end of the show as well, and we'll also post a reminder on the socials to enter that, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll post that out.
Itty bitty pop, stackable shelf included as well, so you can keep them in there, and they're the little tiny ones.
Itty bitty teeny weeny Ninja Turtle something beanie. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you see, Nathan Ashby is really good. I quite like the Predator figure, so keep those favorites coming in, and we'll pick the winner.
All right. Sounds good. And we bid you adieu, and we look forward to seeing you back in Australia in the next few days.
When I get back, let's go have a meal and a beverage.
Cheers, Clint.
You can do that with Mikey, but it will take a while for me to get up there.
We'll just get you on a laptop. You can be on a laptop.
Yeah, I'll be on the laptop at the end of the table, just going like.
I will be in Melbourne shortly after I get back.
All right. Sounds good.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you, Clinton.
Bye.
Yeah, how'd you turn this off then? There we go. There he goes. He's still backstage though. We can still see him behind the scenes.
What's this Wii business? I don't control this show.
It's true. It was the royal Wii. But yeah. Also
the Nintendo Wii.
I was going to say it's the Wii, not the Switch, but yes.
Yeah.
Now, so you and I both have some Transformers to unbox tonight. So you've got an official Transformers figure, and I have for the first time in a while, I've got a filthy third party. Do you want to?
Traitor.
Yeah. Do you want to take us through what you've got there? Have you got one figure or two there?
I've got two, but I could make it one.
That sounds like a combiner. Is it a Decepticon?
Well, actually, they're lovers, and they could do something that would make them one. So,
yeah. Now it's not. Now it's not the figure that I thought it was. What have you got?
No, they are the figures that I thought. They are lovers, and they we have from Age of the Primes, Leader Class, Megatronus the Fallen, and his girlfriend, Solus Prime.
Ah, right.
See, these two loved each other, and then he ended up killing her, and then the Civil War started.
Banging the boxes together,
that's how it works.
That's I believe that's how Transformers babies are made.
Yes, it is just bang, bang, bang. But yeah, look, who do you want to go first?
I actually So I've got the Fallen coming to me from Maya. I had this very surprising experience with Maya this week or last week because they put up the Fallen for $80. And you can do a click and collect, but Maya hasn't got toy sections in some of their stores around the country anymore. The one
That's
next
true.
to me here in Melbourne no longer has a toy section. So I was like, well, I can click and collect it, but like it won't be from the one here. And they're like, oh, we can send it to the store near you in 4 to 7 days. I'm like, done. I'll take that. I'm not gonna pay $10 postage. You can send it to the store near me. That'll be fine. So I will be picking up the Fallen in about a week or so, and I do have a Solus Prime. But let's go for the Fallen. He's a big fellow. He's a big chunky fella, and also with the reveal of Studio Series 86 Megatron this week, the Fallen has come back into some inspection because people were adamant that Megatron was going to be a retool of the Fallen, and it turns out he is not.
People were absolutely certain that this was going to be the precursor to Megatron and be Megatron. And I was completely convinced that he wasn't going to be because they said he wasn't going to be. And yeah, sorry if that's loud. It's as I think we've seen. That's some instructions. Even just feeling this, like this is a heavy boy. Like I can't remember the last time I've felt a leader class figure and it's quite this heavy.
So I'll suggest to you why as well, right? And it's because for a long time, with the exception of the Dinobots, and then I think maybe Bumblebee Megatron, for a long time we've been getting leader class figures that are Voyager figures with accessories. And so the Fallen being leader class, he is legitimately a chunky boy.
He is a chunky boy, and I personally have been wanting a toy of this because this is. So all the primes have been based on past versions of themselves and past iterations. And this guy, as I'll show you soon, is a heavily inspired from the Dreamwave comics, the Dreamwave Fallen, where he actually made
is it from the War Within?
Yeah, is it the War Within?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was the Dreamwave comics, but the comic. Was it War Within? I don't know.
I thought it was either the Dark Age or the Age of Wrath or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the precursor to IDW, and this guy was invented for those comics. So without those comics, we wouldn't have, I guess, this version of the Fallen.
Well, we've been getting this for a number of years, where Hasbro is going to do like what they used to call the aligned continuity, and sort of bring all these different primes together and make the 13. And they're finally doing it. I think perhaps it doesn't carry the weight that it would have carried sort of in the early 2010s or so. But it is nice to see them finally doing it. There's a number of different primes, and like for years. Prime has been, the big red and white cab trailer, and then it was like, oh, there's also Rodimus Prime. But yeah, no, it's nice to see a bunch of different primes and see the name actually take on meaning as, I guess a form of status or stature rather than just sort of being the current Matrix holder.
Yeah, so these guys are basically the gods of the Transformers, and for this guy's role, this is basically Lucifer. So he's the devil.
I love the flame and like the fire effect on his face.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
it's like a big toothy grin.
There's a so I'll just quickly. So this is you got this the paper thingy that you open. I might just mute myself whilst I do that.
So Transformers accessories, when they moved to having no plastic inserts in the box, which they've reversed now, they started putting accessories in a paper bag that would be taped to the underside of the cardboard insert. The first year or two of that, it was just plain paper, and then they started actually branding it, and so it's kind of like a little waxy paper now, and it's got it's mostly got, I think, Autobot logos on it and stuff as well. And I think they started doing it for G.I. Joe, where they put the G.I. Joe and the Cobra faction symbols on it, and so then they brought that over to Transformers. It's a nice little touch. I wonder how long they're going to keep it up now that they've got plastic windows back in the boxes, but we'll see.
It's an interesting thought, actually. I'm just going to accessorize him quickly. So as you said, the flames are very cool.
Yeah, he basically comes with a ton of blast effects and flame effects to add on to him.
Yeah,
Right?
to make him
Very Lucifer-y, as you said.
Yeah, basically is eternal. He's eternally on fire. Okay. So now this is the key part here. So he includes this part, which is very much Megatron's shoulder cannon thing that he has over his back, and that's the reason why people thought this guy was going to be actually going to be Megatron. He pre-talked to Megatron. I'm just trying to figure out how that attaches. We'll have to have a look. But the cool thing about this guy, so each prime comes with at least one artifact. But in this guy's case, he comes with two. If I just quickly assemble this. So in RID 2012, the later RID show, there was a version of the Fallen in that show, and he had this weapon, which was it might have been a spark extractor or not. I can't remember. At least this side, he had this kind of staff thing that he would use as his main weapon. So this is a callback. At least half of this weapon is a callback to the I really wish I knew the name of the weapon, but this was his main weapon in that show, and it can be detached. And you've got this giant machete type thing, which is really cool, and then can obviously be Darth Mauled into this kind of super weapon thing. So that's kind of one artifact that he has. The other artifact is something that originated in Armada. So in Armada, we had the three. So you got three sets of minicons that made up the most powerful weapons in the Transformers universe, being the Star Saber, the Requiem Blaster, and the Skybeam Shield. In this universe, Solus makes the Requiem Blaster for Megatronus. She was actually reluctant to make this for him because she's just like, so they made it. So she ended up making it for him to defeat Unicron because the 13 primes were made to defeat Unicron. Okay, because Primus had used all of his energy in robot mode to cast Unicron out in the aligned continuity. And then he had to hibernate and turn himself into Cybertron. Anyway, because Unicron was coming back because he's like fuel of rage and he wants to come and kill Primus, he had to make a group of bots to defend him, and they're the 13 primes. And none of them had any blaster weapons. So Solus ended up making Requiem Blaster for Megatronus, and this is the most powerful weapon in the Transformers universe according to that lore.
Don't just be careful and don't drop it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the most powerful thing. It'll take out your house.
It'll take out everything. There you go. As Jono said, the Spark Fuser was the Megatronus' weapon in 2015. So another reference there. So this toy is chock full of references. This weapon, when the Primes had their Civil War kind of thing, this weapon was actually used to kill Solus. Like here, Megatronus and Solus got in a fight, and he just obliterated it basically. And then she turned into the Well of All Sparks, and it's all very confusing. It's a whole thing, and I hope we kind of get a TV show that explains all this stuff. But you never know. But I just need to figure out. So this.
I'll give you a hint. The instructions are probably still in the box.
The instructions are right next to me, but I'm a male and I don't use them. So, okay. So me not looking at thing. Okay, and then apparently it goes this side.
Medium screen.
Yeah. So here we go. Oh, and this little.
That it really does cut an impressive figure, doesn't it?
It's he's very impressive, and I'll just chuck his.
When they first showed this off, I was very happy to ignore it. And every time I see someone with it in hand, and also the fact that everyone who has it in hand is like, yeah, this is really good. It's bent my will. That's why I ordered one last week.
So I'm actually going in for the full 13. So I've got I've Vector Prime you could get from Legacy, but he's going to be re-released in Age of the Primes, but it doesn't matter which, they'll be the same toy. And then we have Primer, the leader, who's Voyager class, who we went through last time. So I'm going to go through them all as we go. And then you've got Megatronus and Solus, as we have here today. That's just really cool. I'm not a huge proponent for blast effects, but my God, are they awesome!
Yeah, they do. They really make the figure too. Actually,
they look really good. And he looks really. He's really solid. He's beefy. Comes with a lot. Again, the accessories all have a purpose and a meaning. And yeah, it's basically he's the furnace. He's got all the great little paint details where you can see the fire burning inside of him and it's coming out of him and everything. And he's got full articulation that you need. He's even got like these butterfly joints which can go forward, so he can do like a crossed arm pose or something like that.
Really nice. I see Hasbro using that on leader class figures more and more, and it's always very welcome. And I think we've seen this week that 86 Megatron has also got them on his shoulders. Because I think also the 86 Optimus Prime has them too. So sort of good to see them getting equal articulation.
What is noticeable is this guy is a lot bigger, a lot bigger than Megatron, because Megatron is kind of a Voyager with extra articulation type dealio for a leader class, whereas this guy feels like a big chunky leader and still has all the articulation. He has the opening hands. He has a good range in the head and everything. He has everything you'd want out of a leader. But he looks really good. Paint looks great. I can't wait to transform him and see what he looks like in his tank mode. I did actually, so years ago, I can't remember which company it was. There was this company, it was around the time where what was it? Power Core Combiners was a big thing because when they came out. And someone made a set of the Fallen, which were these two tanks that combined into a guy that looks like this, close to the Dreamwave version, that could also then combine with your little drones and things. But that figure for the longest time was the best Fallen, and this guy, I can already say, is coming close to beating that guy. So yeah, he's beefy, he's flamed, he comes with a shit ton of accessories, and he looks very, very good.
Nathan Ashby says Megatronus must be so popular that Maya sold out of him over the weekend. It's because they had him on sale. There's a sale.
How much? What was it on sale for?
$80.
Yeah, because I did this thing. So Amazon did this thing where you could save 10% off the first wave of Age of the Prime stuff. So I just ended up buying them all through that, and that probably still would have been more than the sale. So yeah, if you could have jumped on that sale, like if you can get this thing for $80, you're winning in my opinion, because this is very nice.
Is it very nice? Yeah,
very nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna unbox my figure now, and
nice.
the first thing I got to ask is, do you remember back in like 2007, 2008, what was the best Optimus Prime?
2008.
Yeah, 2007, 2008. Classics Prime.
Yeah, there's still is one of the best. Still one of the best Optimus Primes we've had.
I agree. I think Hasbro got a lot out of that Classics Prime mold. There's a lot of repaints that came out. Very cool repaints. I've got the cool ones. Like I've got the orange Jinrai. I've got the blue. I can't remember what it was called now. the one I got the silver one with the toy colors,
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. If it was in my house, I would have dug it out for a bit of a chat. But it's been a while since we've seen the Classics Prime mold used, because obviously we've got superior molds now. Like we've got Earthrise and 86 Prime, and Hasbro just likes to churn out the Optimus Primes, and why wouldn't you? Because Optimus Prime keeps selling. But the Siege and the Earthrise mold has been it for a while, until the Studio Series 86 version came out last year. And so I raced down to the post office today to pick up this very sort of nondescript box, JD01.
Jason
Well,
Derulo.
yes. So Jason Derulo has started making Transformers,
There you go.
and this is his first. This is his first figure, which I so in typical third party fashion, it's literally just shipped in the tray inside the brown box. There's no retail shelf box or anything like that. But what we are looking at here is a miniaturized version of the Classics Optimus Prime mold. Yes, I heard you stumble mid sentence. Yes,
I had no idea this existed.
So he someone drew my attention to him about a month ago. He's been up for sale on Show Z Store for a while, and so that counts as unboxing him. And now I'm just going to pull him out of the plastic tray, and let's see. Do you know what? So he doesn't feel like Classics Prime. Like he doesn't have that same quality of plastic. He's smaller. He does feel more like sort of a more modern. Feels like a more modern legacy. Like the plastic is sort of like a legacy figure rather than the old Classics. The old Classics had that sort of that very very sharp, very hefty feel to them. But he's back in
in pod form.
Yes, he's back in his tiny. So I completely do not remember how to transform Classics Prime, so I'm not going to
that's the one transformation I could never forget. I loved that toy when I had it. Oh my god, what a toy.
Do you know what? If it was 5 years ago, I could probably have worked it out, but the lights are off in my room and it's dark and I can't really see things. So
it's funny. There's just some toys that, like, as I've grown older, like when I was a lot younger, like 2 days ago, I could vividly remember knowing how to transform everything in my collection. But now there's only certain pieces where I'm just like, I will never forget how to transform that thing. One of them would have been that if I still have that. But the other one is like MP10. Like I just love that thing so much. And it's just so intuitive and easy to do. And like, I don't think I'll ever forget that one.
It is actually really interesting just having it in hand. I'm trying to pose it by like twisting the legs out. Like, no, this mold doesn't do it. They've even kept, like, they haven't added any articulation to it. It's literally like a 1-for-1 about how the Classics Prime mold used to be. But I've been looking forward to getting this. If I load up Show Z Store and just check his price, I'm pretty sure it was something like $25. It's very affordable.
Let me guess, it's out of stock.
No, it only came in stock about a week ago because they've just shipped it to me.
Oh shit! So I could buy one.
Yeah, you could totally buy one. He's $25 and he's about $3 to ship to Australia. So it's very affordable as far as transforming figures go. And I think
Jason, you're sending me that link right after this show.
I believe I might be. There's a lot of nostalgia for the original Classics Optimus Prime. I think like based on this, sitting here in my hand, like feels fine. I can see them going for all the repaints and cranking this thing out in lots and lots of colors. So it's probably a good thing that it's only $25 a hit. But yeah, no. So I expect to see this. I expect to see this gracing the shelves of a lot of people's collections in the next few months. I think a lot of people are going to quite enjoy it. As far as his size goes, funnily enough, I've got a Blockies Galaxy class figure there. And
there you go.
He's about a head taller than the Blocky. I think I'll hold them up to the camera properly. Like he's about a head taller, but yeah, definitely a fun figure to get and put up on the shelf and play with and remind yourself of just how much you used to love these figures, right? Oh, his hand came off. Probably. That sounds like a third-party figure to me.
Yeah.
There goes his hand.
Nate's got a good comment. He said, just this week I got hybrid style Black Convoy, which is a downscaled G1 Optimus Prime from Simon. So Simon Chambers. Similar thing here. So yeah, those things that actually, I was about to say, it reminds me of when because they did that G1 style Prime, and they also did Galaxy Prime. They did Cybertron Prime in a small scale as well.
Yeah, I think they
So
did.
it's kind of on the same vein of that. It was probably around the same time when this figure came out as well. So close to when that was released. Because I mean, if it was Cybertron Prime, it would be close.
Yeah, that's true. So while I've got the thing unboxing here, he does come with a couple of extra pieces. Comes with a little base, because why not? Like the base
Oh,
is
that's
actually
nice. That's a bit nice.
the base is actually like mostly the size of the figure.
Yeah, that's decent.
His I can't remember what they call them.
They call them throw them halfway across the room pieces.
It's under my monitorizer. The piece that sits on top of the truck.
Oh yes, like the wind vane.
Yeah, that's right, the wind vane. So the wind vane is in there.
Does it transform?
I believe so. Yes. Nice. Yeah. It certainly looks like it transforms. It looks like the.
Oh, cool! Turns into his second gun.
Yeah. There's a sword in here. I don't remember Classics Prime coming with a sword. Oh no.
No, that's a new inclusion. Well. Can you show us the sword?
Yes. Give me a sec. I figured out why the hand comes off. Because they give you more hands in the box.
Oh, I was about to say, thank God. I feel just like, oh.
I got to put that down. There's also the what's I don't know. I can't remember what this piece is. It's been so long since I handled Classics Prime, but
show me. That's his smokestack gun, which is funny because it's in translucent blue.
Translucent blue, yeah, fair enough. Actually, I'm not sure that's that, because I think this might be the smokestack gun.
Oh, you got two of them. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, the other one. And sorry, I'm gonna try and push this out. So it's comes out of the plastic there. That's the sword.
Ah, it's kind of like their own version of like a Star Saber type thing.
Yeah, it looks like cool. It. Yeah,
neat.
I guess if you're going to downsize Prime, you need to downsize his sword as well. So yeah, a lot of little accessories in the box. The company like so what do they call themselves? JD. I don't know that they're called JD, but I don't know that they actually have a name. They're just JD.
Well, I would highly doubt it is for ex South Sydney coach Jason Demetrio. I wouldn't think he's venturing into.
It's Jack Douglas, but yeah,
Jack Douglas. Yeah, there's anyone. It could be.
Yeah,
Johnny Depp.
Let's not. Oh dear. All right. On that bombshell, I think we've had a nice little time. We've taken over the tail end of the show with some Transformers talk, and I think Clinton has gone to bed. I think it might be time for us to call it quits for midweek musings for this week. We'll try to be back with a sort of a more regularly formatted and structured show next week, because Clinton will likely be back in his home HQ in Sydney with his proper lights and camera equipment. But it's been a fun little diversion this week.
That's good.
I've got myself a little bit of jealousy for not going over to look at these kind of things in the US. I personally cannot go over to the States at the moment, like with things being the way that they are. It's quite a shame. I cannot see myself going over there for a long time. So I will live vicariously through Clinton and his toy hauls and toy tours as he goes
escapades.
Goes through California and raids it and takes all of the Transformers away. I was having a look actually. I'm just going to put the screen share for the Shozy store link in here, and it's actually quite interesting because if you can see here, the top of his legs are red on that prototype shot, but it's actually they've done it properly on the finished product. They've got the colors right. It's not red up the top there anymore. So yeah, very nice.
Beautiful.
And in fact, you know what? I just realized you actually can turn the legs a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say the original could do that. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So no ankle tilts, but I don't expect them to do that.
That's before the time. Yeah, that's before.
It totally is. Yeah, But yes, it's very the joint there is very tight for turning the legs out, but totally can do it. I'm definitely up for repaints of this. I'm going to be very happy for
I'm up for just getting one and reliving my childhood with one of my favorite toys
it.
in micro form.
Yes, in microform, because nobody has any space for anything in their apartment anymore. That's why I'm very into blockies. It's why people are very into like the third party Legends scale transformers, as they call it. But yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Thank you, Jono. Great little 2-country show. Yes, we did span 2 continents tonight. Hopefully Clinton is getting some rest. He hasn't turned up in the comments, so I think he might have actually gone to sleep. I think that's going to be the end of it.
And don't forget to comment your favorite one of Clinton's acquisitions, as he will be giving away that mini Funko set to one lucky viewer. So if you go through,
it was the itty bitty Funko Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. That's the one. Yeah.
So you can get a cool little trinket from America, which would be awesome. So yeah, don't forget to comment your favorite one of his acquisitions, and you could be going home with that little cute set.
Yeah, we'll get a post up on the Facebook page giving you the details of how to win that. And yeah, we'll see how we go. So that's going to be it for us for tonight. And yeah, so without any any further ado, it's time for us to go. So thank you very much, Mikey, and thank you to Clinton in absentia. And yeah, we'll see you all hopefully next week.
Ciao.